this week, Deere Company teams up with the Uber of tractors.
And an Oregon rancher recently had a cow give birth to 4 calves.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Friday 5, which is brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
Starting off at number 5, Deere Company is teaming up with the Uber of tractors in Africa and betting on a future where farmers summon machines with the touch of a button.
So Reuters says the company is outfitting its tractors with startup Hello Tractors technology. It allows farmers to call machines via an app and then monitors the vehicle's movements and transmits usage information like fuel levels.
Deere is currently testing the technology on about 400 tractors in Ghana and Kenya.
Moving on to number 4 on the countdown, calving season is officially underway for many beef producers, but one rancher got more than what he bargained for.
A rancher in Oregon recently had a cow give birth to 4 calves.
KXNet reported the birthing process took about 6 hours, and the odds of a cow having quadruplet calves alive at birth is said to be 1 in 11.2 million.
The rancher said 2 of the calves have since died, but the pair that remain are doing well.
Number 3 on the countdown, a recent federal appeals court ruling last month tightened eligibility for ethanol blending waivers.
The Trump administration is on track to stop approving so many waivers it had been handing out to oil refineries.
However, refiners and oil state lawmakers are asking the president to file a petition for a rehearing and potentially seek a Supreme Court review of the decision.
Politico says the White House has long been struggling to strike a balance between oil and agriculture in their standoff over the renewable fuels standard.
Moving on to number 2 on the countdown, the United Kingdom officially published its objectives for the upcoming trade negotiations with the U.S.
The announcement included an uncompromising stand on agriculture and food standards. According to analysts, those are 2 big sticking points that have slowed momentum for talks getting underway.
Politico says the UK won't compromise on its high environmental protection, animal welfare, and food standards that are all central to the negotiations.
U.S. agriculture and trade officials had hoped that the UK would loosen up some of their strictest requirements after officially leaving the European Union in January.
And finally, number 1 on the countdown, China is calling an African swine fever vaccine effective in a lab test.
China's Harbin Veterinary Research Institute says the live vaccine with reduced virulence was created from a series of gene-deleted viruses using the country's first African swine fever strain, according to Bloomberg News.
The institute says the vaccine is currently the most promising one for commercial production, but development and availability to farmers are still years away.
That'll do it for this week's edition of Friday 5, which as always is brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.